the state because that program qualifies as keeping at-risk youth off the street. So I know they get money from there, and I know the town takes in a little bit too. So, like,
but does some of that money get kicked right into Leon's pocket?
It's funny that no. So one of the things that I made it perfectly clear when I took over RAM, it's like, guys, our name is the Ram Youth Football and Cheerleading Incorporated. We are a business. We are a nonprofit business, but we are a business, which means everyone has duties, there's approvals, there's paperwork, and everything. So that's how we run. Then I look at like Rendon, and you look at like Ledger, and you look at like some of the other ones, and it's just sure, a couple hundred here, a couple hundred there. What happened in cold? There was questions on what Jeff was doing with it, or not Jeff, Tony. I don't. But here's the thing, and this is why not having the paper trail hurts you. Because I knew Tony. I knew Tony for a couple years. I don't think Tony would ever do anything to hurt those kids.
No.
But I also know he didn't have people that were his biggest fans also on his board. So if you don't have the traceability, when things come up and people make accusations. And let's face it, at the end of the day, we're all volunteers. So we get to a point where it's like, it's not worth this bullshit anymore, And
he was there a lot of years.
Yeah.
He did a lot of years.
Tony was a good guy.
Past his own kids.
Yeah. So, like I said, I love Tony. Tony was a great guy.
Yeah, he was very good to me.
All right, buddy. Well, when we flip over, you got to zoom out so we can see most of the teams. Or you can focus in on one of the teams.
I would focus on one of the teams.
Yeah,
Just because we are actually streaming live right now, but you're not on the camera's not on, so.
There you go. That's a good shot. You can see most of them, or you can still see them on the thing working out. You can see the goals they're taking. Yeah, no, Jeff.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome to the SNSN Game of the Week, the ECC Game of the Week, I should say, on SNSN Sports. We are at Waterford High School this morning. We are all over the place. You just never know where we're going to pop up. But today we're at Waterford High School as the Stonington Bears are visiting the Waterford Lancers here in Waterford. My name is Mike Minarski. We got Nate Olin that'll be here in a little bit, as well as Paul DeCastro will be live on the microphone calling the shots. My God, it sounds like a boxing match, but it might be that kind of a fight because we're talking about two Division II rivals, neck and neck, second and third in Division II in the ECC. So they are on the field right now, getting all warmed up. And we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about both teams. And by doing that, we're going to reach out to a couple of the coaches that we had talked to earlier before the game today. So the first one, we're going to talk to Josh Bissett, who is the coach for the Waterford Lancers, and here's what Josh had to say about today's game. So we're going to be able to start our game of the week, Stonington against the Waterford Lancers in another soccer matchup right here on SNSN Sports. We just spoke to Mario Costa a couple of minutes ago, the head coach from Stonington. Now we have the privilege in talking to Josh Bissett, who is the head coach of Waterford. So, Josh, thanks for joining me this morning.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
So, quick question for you right off the bat. It seems like you're the second half of your year has been pretty solid. You've won 4 out of your last 5. That only loss being to Stonington, who you're playing today. What do you got to do to turn that around?
Well, I mean, I think the first thing that we have to do is just make sure that we're ready. We had a good preparation for last week's matchup, and it was a tale of two halves. I was talking to Coach Mario as well about that, and it seemed like we had a lot in the first half. We couldn't really capitalize on our opportunities, and they did in the second half. It was a fun match. There's a lot of back and forth action, and we'll just make sure that we're ready. We're on our field, and we've had a lot of success this year. We're unbeaten on our home field, and hopefully the boys can recognize that and, keep pushing through and set that as a goal, as being unbeaten on our field.
So speaking of the boys, give me an idea who you're going to be looking to lead that charge today, especially maybe number 7.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we do, we have a lot of capable players that can contribute to the team. And honestly, it starts with, our goalkeeper, Ben Dubicki. He's been solid for us this year. We've got 7 shutouts. He's got 6 of them. Our back line has been solid. We have, whenever we can get goals, we'll take them. We don't really, rely on any one person in particular, but we do have a kid, Matthew Allen. He's been, coming on the last week or two. He's our leading goal scorer with 9. But we are happy to get goals however we get them. We play good organized soccer, and any way we can get goals, we'll take them.
Looks like you've got a bunch of young kids trying to break into the squad. I mean, like on JV, you have a lot of a lot of sophomores and freshmen. How does the future look for Lancer soccer?
Well, like you said, we've got a good complement of players. The freshman class, we did lose some folks to, Oakwood, and, a couple kids moved. But the JV team they've been putting in a lot of work this year. We've got a couple freshmen, Tobias Siegler and Brady Wiseman. They've been playing really well. And we've got a lot of sophomores as well. Kids who've been training varsity this year. A lot of good technical soccer players, smart players. And, we lose 11 seniors this year. And I'm expecting those kids to step up and be ready to go next year and years to come.
All right, Coach, thank you very much for joining me this morning. Good luck keeping your undefeated streak at home today and getting that win back from Stonington. Good luck today, Coach.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right, that was the Waterford head coach. Now we're going to talk to the Stonington head coach, Mario Costa, with the Stonington Bears. The game of the week here on SNSN Sports. It's going to be Waterford and Stonington in a soccer matchup of Division II rivals. Right now we have Coach Mario Costa of the Stonington Bears joining us right now. Mario, good morning, and thanks for joining us today.
Hey, good morning, Mike. Really appreciate you having us on. Thank you for everything you guys do for the fans and the parents, the players. Just really appreciate them having a chance to watch the game live, and just looking forward to the day today. So thank you.
No, my pleasure. We've done a lot of soccer games lately, and it's been a lot of fun. And it's been for me, it's been a big time learning experience. So Division II, you and Waterford, Stonington and Waterford, second and third in the division. You beat them last time in their house. In your house. Now you're going to their house in Waterford. What do you got to do to do it again?
Yeah, I think we got to set the tone right away from the beginning. They took it to us in the first half, at our house. Second half, we definitely, outplayed them and have had much of the game go our way. And I think slowing down Champagne, number 7, for them up top is going to be key to the game. He caused a lot of problems in the first half. He's got his long throw that causes a lot of problems. So I think for us, it's getting after it early, right from the start, taking care of the little things in the middle of the field, and making sure we're locked down in the middle, and just making sure we're aware of where Champagne is at all times. And if we can do the little things on our end, I think we should be able to take care of business.
So you say Champlain, but they're probably going to be wondering where Alessio is most of the time. Can you give us a little insight about one of your top scorer, if not your top scorer, Salvatore Alessio?
Yeah, no, Sal's Sal he's got a nose for goal. He had 28 last year, I believe, and he's on course for approaching that number. I think he's at 2021 this year. So teams have been doubling him up, keeping an eye on him, and it allows for other players like Landon Pelletier, Ethan Cabrera, Jace Wolfrat to be freed up on our end when they're so focused on Sal Alessio. So not only can he score, but he's able to find his teammates as well, with 4 assists on the season as well. So so hopefully he can make a difference in the game, not only maybe scoring a goal, but assisting one of his teammates as well.
Last half of the season, last 4 out of your 5 have been wins. One was a tie against Old Saybrook. That certainly I don't feel is a loss or any. That's a win, especially when you're playing one of the best teams in the state. What was the difference between the first half and the second half for the Stonington Bears?
Yeah, no, I think when you look at it, you break it down. I think most people would say we probably have the toughest schedule of all ECC teams out there. Playing East Lyme twice within the first week and a half of the season. You got teams that you're playing at a conference that are ranked top 5 in the state with Morgan and Old Saybrook, like you mentioned. It's just no easy game for us this year. And I think once we found our, lineup that we wanted to go with, we changed our center back pairing about 3 times over the course of the season, and we finally found a solidified pairing, and our attack seems to be clicking. So, I think it takes time, and we found it here in the second half of the season, and hopefully we can continue to move forward and take care of the little things, and not give up goals with less than 30 seconds left in the game. So for ties. So hopefully we'll clean those things up.
Well, I tell you, with the schedule that you've had, with Old Saybrook, Morgan, and East Lyme all in the same year and not too far apart, that's a heck of a season. Going, you're 8-5-2, looking to pick up one more win today. Coach, anything else you want to add before you get out onto the field with your boys?
No, I just think it's been a challenging year. I think the ECC, is pretty, it's pretty competitive across the board with D1 and D2. And I think it's just been a great battle amongst all these teams. And, we're looking forward to get after it against Waterford today. Coach Josh does a great job with his teams. And, it's always a battle. It's always a rivalry. And, again, looking forward to another fun one. And hopefully we can entertain some fans out there today.
All right, Coach Costa, thank you very much for your time. And good luck this morning against the Waterford Lancers.
Really appreciate it. Thank you, Mike.
Thanks.
Game of the week, player of the game. The player of the game will be announced during the post-game show on all SNSN sports broadcasts. The ECC player of the game is brought to you by Capital Property Group in Jewett City, offering property management, rental management, as well as condo association management and maintenance. Contact them on their website, mycapitalteam.com. Will you be the next player of the game?
Well, good morning, Paul.
Good morning.
Ready for another hotly contested soccer matchup on the pitch?
I am. This is going to be good. Bears and Lancers here.
Pretty evenly.
Yeah.
Evenly matched, these guys.
They played round one a couple weeks ago in Stonington. It sounds like Waterford had plenty of chances in the first half to take the lead, and they didn't. And then Stonington outplayed them in the second half and came away with a 2-0 victory.
Yeah, that's exactly what the coaches had said to me, and also you probably heard, in the pregame show, is it was a tale of two halves.
Yeah, absolutely.
That one was, which is the game anyway. I'm assuming.
Yeah, it sounds like Waterford, really good defensive team. They're not really conceding a lot of goals. Josh is going to be looking for an early goal here today to see if they can get the lead, which is something that he thinks is important in this game today.
All right, Waterford is coming into this game 7-3-4, and where am I? Stonington, yeah, 8-5-2. Oh, look at it! It's right in front of me, and I'm not even looking. I told you, soccer's not my forte. I need to learn more about soccer. Thank God you're here, Paul.
Yeah, you're doing great. We're having a good time here.
And Nate Olin, who's going to go ahead and grabbing the microphone in the second half, is so much better than me. So why am I even here? All right, we are getting ready. I should probably put my glasses on. If this was football, I'd be doing great. Well, it is football.
So we got two of the better officials here again. We got Tim Viveros and Jerry Laukin. So they obviously know that this is going to be a top match in the ECC, assigning these two guys. Tim does a lot of state finals, so this is two of our best referees for this match today.
You're gonna make a pick?
I am not going to make a pick. I am going to enjoy the game and do the best I can to call a good match with you.
I'm going to pick this. We have a lot of bees in the booth, and I'm going to pick how many casualties we're going to end up with.
You already got two.
I got two.
All right.
I got two casualties, so I'm going to be in here for the first half. Nate is on camera. We are breaking every child labor law, as his son Grant is with him today at the age of 12.
He's doing a great job already.
Yes.
So Waterford at home today, trying to get a little home cooking going. Bears have definitely had some trouble winning on this field over the years. So this will be interesting. Waterford is usually a really tough game to win here.
Well, they're undefeated at home this year.
Well, there you go. There's my point. Thank you.
Sorry. Did I just jump on you?
No, that's perfect. But yeah, this definitely been over the years a tough place for the Bears to win. So I'll be interested to see how we get going here today to start the game.
And Waterford's on a roll as it is. I mean, they've won 4 in a row. Well, 4 out of their last 5, with wins against Ledyard, Killingly, NFA, Fitch, Waterford, and now Waterford again today. So Stonington looking to break that record and take that, give them their first L.
So in talking to Coach Josh before the game, when they played at Stonington, they played in a 4-4-2. They're going to change their formation today and go 4-2-3-1. And Coach Josh, emphasized trying to stop Sal. Sal's
Alessio?
Yeah, he's a great goal scorer. They're not going to play against a lot of players that are his level. So that's really the key to the game for Waterford is, can they stop Sal? I don't know how many goals he has, but it's a lot. So
22?
22.
I think that's the number that I have here.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And, he's probably on pace for, 30 some goals, which is a pretty big number. So the question today,
28. He hit 28 last year.
Waterford has to stop Sal. Sal scores, Stonington likely wins. Sal doesn't score, Waterford probably wins. So that's something to really keep an eye on today. Yeah, Sal, Stonington's all-time leading scorer is Sam Altaldo at 105. Sal is going to probably get pretty close to that number. So that tells you how prolific of a goal scorer Sal is.
And he's number 7.
Yes.
So if you're watching, the numbers, number 7, he's already close.
Ben Dubicki in goal for Waterford, one of the top goalies in the ECC, if not the top goalie. Coach Josh has a lot of confidence in him. He wants the ball at his feet, and he wants him really involved in the game. Is that casualty number 3?
3.
Very well done.
Ooh, a little bit of a smush, too.
Ball over the top here. Kennedy heads it back to Canella. So the last game Stonington played New London, Canella made a lot of big saves in that game, point-blank range, to give Stonington the victory against a really good New London team. So Canella's coming in this game with a lot of confidence. Waterford, some nice play out of the back.
Now, if Stonington wins this game, it's going to come down to points, won't it, between them and Bacon?
Yeah, there's still some games to be played, and I think last year it came down to the last game. So every game you have in the division, you got to try to get as many points as you can. But so it comes down to Stonington, Waterford, and Bacon. Is that correct?
This looks like Waterford's last game.
Okay.
No, excuse me. Stonington's last game is today, and then Waterford has Woodstock at Woodstock on Tuesday.
Some nice build-up play by Stonington. Ben off his line again. Well done. Great punt. Well over midfield.
Two headers. And obviously, you want to have a header towards your own goal, correct?
Well, in that case, as a setter back, you want to make sure you head it forward. You never want to head it backwards. Put pressure on your goalie and your other back. So, I think when we were at NFA, we talked about it a little bit. You really want your backs to win the ball in the air. Super important. You never want the ball to bounce. Bad things happen when the ball bounces.
Yeah, you said that.
You
said that when we were at NFA.
With Nicole.
Who?
Nicole.
I've been calling her Jane. She was going to be here today, but she was going away. Plus, she wasn't feeling so well this week. So,
Noelle, hope you feel better. Nice ball out of the back by Kennedy. There's Sal. Looks like he's playing out wide to start the game, which surprises me a little bit. Durham here on the ball. Nice ball at the feet. Oh, just missed Kramer. Waterford very stingy defensively. They do not give up a lot of goals.
Nice steal.
Again, perfect example. Win it in the air. So here's Sal getting forward.
Does Alessio just happen to take over?
He has the ability to do that. I mean, he's fast. He's strong. He's a good finisher. So he does a lot of things well. He's definitely a player who'll be playing at the next level when he graduates. So,
He's only a junior, right?
Yeah, Stonington relies on him to do a lot of things. Like I said, he's got to be, career, probably getting close to 70, 80, 90 goals. So he's up there. I should have probably looked that up before I came, but he's scored a lot of goals already in, almost 3 seasons.
Beautiful day for soccer. Beautiful
day.
Saturday morning. Not too hot, not too cold. It's supposed to warm up this week.
I saw that.
Yeah, it's supposed to get into the maybe the 70s, mid to high 70s.
So interestingly, Waterford's top scorer is, I believe, Matthew Allen. He's playing as a wide player, not as a forward. So he must get forward pretty well out of the midfield. Josh said he may play a little bit of forward today, but he looks like he's on the right side of the midfield. So that's a player to keep an eye on is number 3.
For Waterford.
Yes. And going back, Waterford, when they have a chance, they do have a really good long throw. We'll see if the long throw comes into play again today. Matthew Champagne takes their long throw. And I think Stonington has a long throw also taken by Jace Wolfrat. So we'll see if we have any goals coming off of long throws today. And obviously a dangerous weapon in high school soccer.
Wolfrat, it's a multi-sport athlete.
Yes. Dad's on the sideline. So I don't know if Jay Wolfrat was the coach at Fitch for many years, led them to a state championship game. He came over to join forces over at Stonington to coach his boys. So he's been a great addition to the Stonington staff. Good baseball coach too.
Well, I remember Wolfrat from baseball.
Yep. Stonington with a throw deep in their end. Another player to keep an eye on for Stonington is Andy Kramer. He's a really good defensive player, playing the holding midfield role. He's only a sophomore. Nice little back heel here. That was rushed to Allen. So here we go. Let's see if we have the long throw here by Champagne. I got to see them play earlier in the year, and it's pretty good long throw. So let's see how Stonington handles it. You can see Waterford starting to send forward some of their bigger players to try to get on the end of this. Coach Josh says that's something he'd like to see them do a little bit better. Well done by Nick Canella. Really well done for Nick to get that at his highest point.
We have another soccer match coming up on Monday night, which is going to be should be a real doozy. Where that is going to be East Lyme and Old Saybrook.
So those are 2 defending champions, right?
Yep.
Sal on a breakaway.
And there it is.
1-0. Great job by Sal. I'd like to see the replay. That was very close to being offsides.
Pretty much as advertised, too.
As advertised, yep. Great first touch. Great first touch in the space. And then a finish by Sal there.
I'm just trying to put the score up on the board.
I didn't see who made the pass, but Stonington won the ball in the midfield. Real quickly got the ball to Sal. And like I said, he's a finisher. He's not going to miss that. Got his head up, slotted it in the corner past the goalie. Not really much the goalie could do there. And Bears are up 1-0, 9 minutes in. That's exactly what Coach Josh did not want. He wanted the first goal. The Lancers did not want to play from behind, and it looks like they're going to have to do it again today. Here comes Waterford. Another big save by Canella. Great job coming off his line by Nick Canella. Waterford almost equalized 15 seconds later.
Look at that.
Wow, great header.
They really don't want to lose at home, do they?
No, they don't.
Very quick, 1-1.
Waterford scores off a set piece on a corner. Well, we have 2 goals 10 minutes in. I believe that was Champagne on the header. I'm not sure who took the corner, but Champagne with a great header. Nothing Canella could do on that. Stonington knocks it long.
They're racking up the points, and I'm racking up the kills.
You got your 4?
4.
Okay. They're not bothering me.
Oh, they're coming at me. I'm sweeter. I
Rush on the ball here. Allen, nice skill. Waterford's going to keep possession here, play out of the back. Well done by Kennedy. Great header to win that getting forward. Well, 10 minutes in, I'd say we have an even game.
Yeah.
Andy Kramer, well done. Ball over the top.
How well conditioned are both of these teams? I mean, it takes an amazing amount of condition to play 40 minutes and a half.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
I mean, will that come into play today? But the weather doesn't really seem like it's going to be any kind of a factor.
I don't really, to me, it's when you have to play back-to-back. It's funny, I talk to a lot of coaches, and the thing that, I struggle with a little bit is when these teams have to play 3 games in a week.
Yep.
I can deal with 2 games in a week. Maybe you go like Monday, Saturday, where you have a little bit of recovery time. But when you go like Monday, Thursday, Friday.
You have one right on your head, by the way.
It's okay. You can take a shot at it if you want.
No, well, whatever. Oh, Paul's out for the rest of the game.
So yeah, I think if you play back to back, it makes it more difficult, and you're dealing with injuries, and it's really hard to play back to back. But if you get a couple days off, to recover, it's usually pretty good. And these teams have been going at it now for 2 months with preseason, and they're doing stuff in the summer. So I don't think the fitness and being able to play, the kids want to play. The issue I have is when they're forced to play too many games in a week, and that's when you kind of run into a problem, I think.
Alessio fell on the ball, and they're calling a handball.
Yeah, I think they called a handball there, or maybe dangerous. We didn't see what the ref called, but probably one of those two. Stonington doing a good job winning balls in the air. Oh, Trey got pushed in the back. Oh. Lost his shoe. Got to get a shoe on. Service in the box again. Stonington gets it out. Good little spurt here from the Lancers. A little more pressure by them. Handball on Lord. Waterford with a free kick going in.
So in all of the times that I've been doing soccer, which isn't a lot, so far we've seen more scoring today in the first 10 minutes of any game. And this is the first time I've seen a handball. And what? There's been 2.
Yeah, well,
I haven't seen one of those. Well, I mean, it hasn't been called.
I would like to see like a 5-5 game. Why not, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't want to see a 10-0 blowout like there was earlier this year.
We don't want that. But Champagne, Waterford's forward with their goal, and Stonington's goal by Alessio. So kind of the top 2 guys there for each team with a goal. So those guys are happy with their starts. Let's see if they can score another one here. So Nick Cannella was on the last Stonington team that won the state championship. So the Cannellas, there's Will, John, and Nick. They have been fixtures in the Stonington program. There's been a Cannella on the Stonington team probably for the last 10 years. All three were captains, and all three probably the best academic player on the team. So it's going to be a little weird not having a Cannella on the Bears next year.
You are really, you're quite the wealth of knowledge.
Well, these are kids that you get to work with, and they're a lot of fun to be around, and they're well-rounded athletes, student athletes. So when you have a family like that, those kids are going to be missed.
Yeah, but you just seem to know all the kids from all the teams.
Well, I've been around, and I like to follow how the teams are doing, and stay in touch with the coaches. So you stay in touch with the game.
I guess that's true. I mean, again, like I said, soccer is obviously not my forte. So, but
trying to do my best to help you, buddy.
No, thank you, God.
And I'm not sure I know what I'm talking about, but I'm trying.
Well, you sound like you know what you're doing.
Great flick on.
There it is.
Wow, great
Stonington.
Waterford. Great flick on by the forward. I think it was Allen. Let me check on the number here. Great flick on by the forward to the back post. Waterford responds quickly after the Stonington goal with 2.
So what I was really saying there was Stonington gives up another one.
Yeah. Let me double check here on the number. Still hasn't turned this way. Another one, not much Cannella could do. I mean, point blank range. Great finish. I wasn't sure if it was Allen or Rush trying to get the number. It was number 4. Yep, goal scorer by number 4, Ian Rush. I think it was Champagne on the flick on the header. Great flick. Let's see what the Bears are made of here. Give up 2 quick goals and see if they can come back.
I want to say happy anniversary to Dennis and Peggy Green, taking in some Saturday morning soccer on SNSN Sports. I think they've been married 103 years now. It's a long time, Paul.
That's a long time.
Yeah. I don't think I can do 5.
I think I'm working on 20.
Are you really?
Yeah, I think so.
Congratulations.
My wife's listening. I better get it right. I think it's 21.
So I guess what I would say is quote unquote, honey, I can't wait for another 40.
Honey, I can't wait for another 40.
There you go. Well, this one's twitching. He's not going to make it. Another one.
Really good job by Waterford here to bounce back. They gave up a goal. They could have put their heads down. Instead, they fight back here, take the lead. Now they're up 2-1. And another corner by Waterford. I feel like we've had games where it's hard to see the numbers on the uniforms. You okay over there with those bees, or you need some?
He doesn't want to go. He was a tough one. We still. All right, buddy.
My wife just texted me. It's 22 years.
Is it
22? So I got it right.
You said 21.
Oh, I did. Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted her to think I got it right. Again at the back post, almost another header.
Who do you think is the toughest high school soccer team in the state?
Ooh, that's a really tough question. Do you want me to go in this area? You want me to go the entire
Eastern Connecticut. Yeah.
So I would say all-time history. I would say Stonington and Waterford probably have and maybe East Lyme. The Waterfords had the Swanson family. Warren Swanson and Gary and Greg Swanson. The Waterford has a great soccer history. Stonington has a really strong soccer history as well. But I would say the last 2 to 3 years, I would say East Lyme has had the best program. With last year's state championship, they're having a great year this year. Shout out to Paul Christensen for just getting named into the Southeast Hall of Fame. So Paul has been at East Lyme for a long time. I was actually a player in high school, and Paul was coaching. So I think Paul's been coaching. I don't.
Who did you play for?
I played for Stonington.
You played for Stonington.
So I played for Stonington.
So you played for Stonington and coached?
I played at Stonington. Yep, I played at Stonington. Then I went on to UVM and played there. And then I came back and I said I'm going to try to be the coach, and coached for 14 years. And like I said, I was able to coach my son Billy and some of his friends to a couple state titles. So great memories. And now just hanging out with you.
Sorry.
No, nothing wrong with that. On a Saturday, weather like this.
It seems to be the natural transgression. Player.
Yeah, I mean,
coach,
and
victories, broadcaster.
When your son loves playing, and his friends are committed to it, you have that passion to coach, and it makes it really fun when you get to work with your son and his friends, and it was really rewarding, and I was able to do it for 14 years, and
no, you're doing youth soccer now, or
so now I coach at Southeast Soccer Club. I coach a U11 boys team. I'm actually doing some refereeing. I was actually refereeing Woodstock and Ledger girls yesterday, which was a great game. So yeah, trying to stay busy. It's obviously a little different not coaching high school soccer and working with the kids, but trying to keep myself busy.
How do you have a job?
Yeah. I actually have a new job, and it's really hard. So I don't have much time anymore.
What do you do? What do you do for?
I teach phys ed and health in Exeter, West Greenwich school system. So I teach 2nd through 6th grade. Yeah.
Those are tough years.
Good battles here in the midfield, ball in the air.
Ooh.
Yeah, Waterford's had a really good spurt here. Really good spurt. They haven't really given up anything defensively. They've won the midfield battle, and they're putting some pressure on Stonington. Nice save by Canella.
And he's a senior, correct?
He's a senior, yep.
So this is what you were speaking to, the end of the line.
The end of the line for the Canellas. Will Canella is the oldest, and he was the first to play on the championship team. And then it went John, who also has a couple rings, and then Nick. So we got the 3 Canella boys. They're solid. Well done defensively.
You were paying no attention to the amount of kills I have over here.
I think I'm supposed to focus on the game, right?
Well.
Oh, what's he going to call here?
That was dangerous.
I think he's going to call a foul on Sal. Wow, he's not going to call a foul. I thought that was a little push on Sal, pushing him out of the box. But he's going to call a free kick for Stonington. This is dangerous here. Some of the fans aren't
They seem
happy.
to get a little chippy.
Yeah. This game's got potential to get chippy for sure.
Especially if Alessio scores here.
Yeah, I don't think Waterford would be too happy. Let's see what Stonington does if they shoot it or pass it here.
Bring whistle right away.
Bring it back. I don't think there's some pushing going on here. Look at all that traffic there in the box. Let's see what happens here. Well done.
Picked it right out of the air.
Yeah, well done by the keeper, Ben Dubicki. Like I said, Josh has a lot of confidence in his goalie. He thinks it's one of his strongest players, if not his strongest player. Little push there. Kennedy just clears it out.
Looks like just before this, Dubicki and Alessio had a little bit of a, I want to say tussle.
Yeah, it was a tough play there. The Waterford goalie's coming off his line, and obviously he can only use his hands in the box. And Sal, I thought, gave him a little push on the back, pushing him out of the box. Bears got the call on that one. Not sure I agree with it, but that's how it goes.
But is that the type of play that makes Alessio so
Yeah, I mean,
dangerous?
he's always lurking around the box and in the attacking third. So I mean, Waterford can't really give him any time. Like I said, he had that one chance. He's had really one chance and he scored. So like I said, I think he's got 23 goals now. So if he had 22 coming in, he's at 23. Still got some games to go. So he's probably gonna, including the state tournament, he's probably gonna get into the 30s by the time the season's over.
Here comes Waterford
Great
again.
Great skill there on the flank. That's a tough volley. Nice skill by Pelletier. Oh, got to play a little quicker. Waterford clears it out. Corner.
Do you get uncomfortable when your goalies come way out, stay around the 30, 40-yard line?
I don't think so. Oh, there's a foul. I think
because Paulo was doing that regularly the other night.
Well, I look at it like this: if you have a goalie who sits on the goal line, he's not really taking down the angle. You want a goalie that's going to be able to come off his line. So if the ball is played off the top, over the top, he can come out and use his feet, and he just clears it back onto the other team's side of the field. So to me, I'd rather have a goalie who's going to be really aggressive and coming off his line versus a goalie who's just going to sit on his goal line. So, I think both these goalies, you can see like right now, the ball's on the Waterford side. Cannell is right outside the 18. And I'm sure as Waterford gets forward here, Ben's going to sneak out forward too. So, obviously both these coaches know what they're doing, and they're going to have their goalies play very aggressively.
I do want to go ahead and speak to a comment in the chat room. Just Scott, whoever you might be, says, no Griswold football today. He goes, guess not. Guess I can't watch my son.
Okay.
And we apologize for that. But I will tell you this. Bacon Academy really has zero internet.
Yeah, when we were there, that wasn't great.
You wouldn't have been able to watch them anyway, to be honest with you.
We apologize, but there's not the greatest location.
Yeah. Great school, great place, but they don't have any internet. And so do apologize for that, but you wouldn't have been able to watch it anyway, unfortunately.
Waterford doing a really good job staying compact in the back. You can see almost all four backs within 20 yards of each other, making it very difficult for Stonington. Sal almost through there. Bet off his line again, really aggressively.
But in the meantime, you got a great matchup between Stonington and Waterford, and a lot on the line.
We got 3 goals, and we still got 65 minutes to go. 55 minutes to go, sorry.
Ooh.
Yeah, a little push in the back.
Was it some acting there?
I'd say a little bit of acting.
A little bit.
I think you got to call it. A little bit of a push there. He felt the hands on his back, so maybe a little theatrical. Stonington. Oh, that's a handball. Wow.
They didn't call it.
Yeah, Tim saw it. He knows what he's doing. He's gonna give Stonington the benefit of the doubt there.
The crowd's not happy with it.
So
what happened right there?
I think
did somebody get admonished?
I think the athletic director's coming over. I think we're going to have a little chat with some of the parents, is my guess here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that and looks like the people are coming off of the field. The players are coming off the field right now. That's one of the things that they for the last few years they've been very, very, very specific on is be a fan, not a fanatic. And sometimes and Chris Landry came over and made a very nice speech and was very, very spot on
Yeah. Like I said, Tim Viveros is one of the best referees in the state. I mean, he's done a lot of big games. I understand the point there that the Waterford fans were making, but it's kind of one of those where the Stonington player put the ball down, he played it, and then the next Stonington player touched it with his hand, and they wanted a handball, but he let Stonington play it as a free kick. So well done by Chris there to settle the fans down.
In the meantime, let's get into the chat room for a minute. And someone by the name of Billy DeCastro.
Oh boy, who's this guy? Billy DeCastro. What's he saying?
What does Coach Paul think the key to a successful state tournament run is?
Well, that's a good question. Well, Billy, thanks for the question.
I'm thinking you know him.
Yeah, I know him. I would say the key to a successful run is having really good leadership on the team. You need to have a little bit of luck with everybody staying healthy all year. And I would say coming together and playing your best soccer at the end of the season, because you need to get some good breaks. It's not easy to win 5 games in a row to get to the title. And I think the feeling of getting to Dillon Stadium and what it's like winning at Dillon. So that's kind of the keys in my eyes. So thanks for the question, Billy.
Dubecki scoops it up. He also has a follow-up, says, any alumni Bears at the game other than yourself?
Oh, wow. There's a few here. I think the Canellas are here to our right. Big John Canella's here. He's here from Villanova watching his brother play. So, yeah, John came to support. I think he's listening in as well.
We should get him into the booth.
He's right here to our right. You want me to get him in here?
Absolutely.
We want to get John in here in a little bit?
Yeah, maybe at halftime?
He's a pretty funny kid. Very funny kid.
Which one is he?
He thinks he's good at fantasy football too, and he's really not that good.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, really good spurt here by Waterford. Let's go big throw here, Waterford.
You're a baseball fan, right?
I am a baseball fan.
Who's your team?
Red Sox.
Oh, okay, good. So nobody's playing right now. Good.
Ooh.
Well
Well done by Canella coming off the line there. Waterford player almost flicked it past him.
So you're rooting for anybody that beats the Yankees?
So the Yankees are going to go up 3-1, and now they're just going to lose the next 3 to lose in brutal fashion.
Yeah, Big Poppy's coming out of retirement. And
unfortunately, it's going to be Dodgers-Yankees, I think.
I think so, too.
Which is probably what Major League Baseball wants.
Yes. Well, two biggest markets.
I mean, it's really hard not to want to watch Ohtani hit. The way he hits.
He's the best there is.
I think I saw a stat like 17 for 20 with men in scoring position. And then obviously when there's no one on base, like he strikes out. But I mean, that's amazing. Yeah, Stanton. I mean, playoff Stanton's pretty impressive. Nate's son's pretty happy with that comment. Oh, yep, out of bounds. Waterford throw.
Don't count those Mets out yet, though.
No, there's something about them. They're kind of
the amazing Mets, man.
Well,
the Amazins.
They broke my heart in '86, so
yeah,
that was tough.
Let's see. Bill Glennie says DeCastro for president.
Oh boy!
And how dare you root for LA?
Yeah, Glennie loves the Mets. Glennie loves the Mets.
I have a lot of friends
Glennie
that are
has
Mets
been
fans.
at Ledyard High School for a long time. He bleeds Ledyard blue. He's really done a great job with that program, for real. He's very loyal to the kids, really well coached team. So they're a team that maybe they're not talked about as the best team in the ECC right now, but I wouldn't want to play them.
Got to meet his dad.
Yeah, his dad, I guess, is a numbers guy. He does all the numbers for him and does the book for him.
Yep.
Yeah, Bill's been at Ledyard maybe, 25 years too. Played at Ledyard, went on and played in college, and now he's at Ledyard. Been there a long time. Really dangerous free kick here.
Waterford looking to go up 3-1, and we're not even at the half.
So we are free kick here at literally 18 yards out. It's just outside the box. Stonington has a 6-man wall here. Canella trying to get them set here. He's setting the wall to his right, and he's at the back post. Let's see what they try to do, if they go over it or around it.
Nice kick.
Great finish. Great finish. That was Matt Champagne again. I believe that was number 7. Did that go through the wall or did it go around it? I couldn't
Around
tell.
it.
Round it?
Yeah.
So I think it went through the wall, which that is not a goal you want to give up defensively. Nick is there to the left of the wall.
You'll have better content in the second half with Nate Olin.
Okay.
So we can talk movies.
We may have to get Big John's over here to my right too. Maybe we can get Big John to say a couple words.
Where is he?
Nice. He's right here.
Go ahead.
So this is Nick's brother, John.
So
Canella.
here, I'm going to give him the headset.
Okay.
Yeah. So you.
Hey, John.
Hey.
So Bears got up 1-0 lead, conceded 3 here. What are you seeing?
Yeah. Hasn't really been a great half. I don't think. I don't think the Bears have had enough chances. Really, we haven't created enough offensively, and had a lot of shaky moments in the back.
Did that free kick go through the wall or around it?
I think it went around it.
You think it went around it?
I think it did.
Okay, I'm hearing mixed things on that, but I mean, regardless, you can't concede that goal there to make it 3 there.
I mean, it was a rough. I mean, it's hard. I mean, with the free kick so close as that one's hard to stop, but
yeah, but if it goes it goes through the wall,
yeah, if it went through the wall, then
and then if it goes to the side of the wall, maybe Nick's got to be there to get there, but. Still, you got to give Waterford credit. I mean, conceded a goal early, and they've been.
They've been far the better team.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
I did mention your fantasy football team.
God.
I don't know if you heard. I did mention that.
I mean, I haven't been watching out there, so I haven't.
Okay.
But I mean, did you explain like the situation? Like it's.
No, we just stick to the facts, John.
Okay. Well, if you named all the facts, then that's okay.
Okay.
That's all they need to hear.
See if Stonington can get one back here to try to make it 3-2 before the half. 8 minutes still to go. We've done a few games previously, John, and there's barely been any goals. So we got we got 4 goals, and we still got another half of soccer.
Yeah.
So, John, what are you up to these days? Where are you right now, and what's going on?
I'm at Villanova, so I get a week off in October every year for some reason. So I've been home for the last week and heading back tomorrow.
Nice. Coming out here to support your brother?
Yeah. We'll see if they can turn it around here.
He had a really good game against New London last game with some big saves.
Yeah, I heard. So. Yeah, I wasn't at that game, but I did hear. Yeah, I did hear that was a tightly contested match.
Your buddy Billy DeCastro chimed in here with a couple questions I had to answer. Boy. So. Oh boy, Billy! Fantasy football expert. John? What's your record right now?
So
was one of the questions.
All right. So in the league I'm in with the person who asked the question, so I'm 2-4. Been extremely unlucky with some matchups. I mean, if you look at the points for, I think I'm like 3rd or 4th. I'm like. I've done enough to have way more wins than I do. So I've been pretty unlucky with some of my matchups. I've had some injuries, but I mean, everyone's had injuries this year. So, I mean.
I have a follow-up question.
Yeah.
Who was last year's champion?
My fellow co-commentator next to me.
And Christian McCaffrey, thank you for that season. And
yeah.
carry me to glory.
Yeah, if Tyreek Hill didn't get injured at the end of the season, I may have had something to say about that.
Stonington with a couple subs here. Seeing if they can get a late one. We have 6 minutes left in the half. Still 3-1 Lancers. Lancers got to be really happy with their first half.
Yeah, I mean, they've done well. They have barely given up any chances besides that one goal. That was kind of a brokenish sort of play, and yeah, other than that, been really tight on defense, and they've been pretty clinical.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you studying at Villanova?
Sorry,
What are you studying at Villanova?
bio.
Like I said, when we had the 3 Canellas, academically, these guys were top students in the class. So
Yeah, we're okay.
yeah, you guys were more than okay. Ball into the corner, a little bit of pressure. Nope, no foul. Tim's right there.
Just wonder if that's going to go out for another throw for Waterford there. I don't remember what number, which player it is, but that
number 7.
Yeah, number 7's got an absolute. That's what that first throw he has one of the farthest throws I've ever seen.
I was able to do a Waterford game earlier in the year, and I noticed the throw right away.
Yeah, it's
great throw.
Really far. Farther than a lot of guys I've seen around Stonington been able to throw, and we've had some guys with who've thrown it pretty far.
I told Mike our last game we had a good 10-year run with having a long throw between Whalen, DeVoe,
Perillo one year.
So having that long throw is really dangerous in high school soccer.
Yeah.
Kramer, good ball in the box. Waterford there again to clear it out. Chase Donnarumma. Play on, says the ref. Play on. Mad scramble. Waterford coming out. Big John was a defender in high school. He was also very good penalty kick taker for being a defender. So a lot of times you don't have defenders on penalty kicks, but John was very good on set pieces. Well done by Jace Wolf right here, heading it back to Nick.
Yeah, I mean,
You were pretty solid on PKs, John.
Yeah, I could take a decent penalty in practice. I had that one my freshman year in a JV game. I think we were at Killingly.
John was one of the smarter players I got to coach. So pleasure coaching him for about 10 years. 10 years, John, would you say?
Yeah, 10-ish years probably. Maybe even a little more.
Maybe even a little more. You were stuck with me for those 10 years.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy. Good defending there. Well done. Stonington tried to play on the back. Kennedy. Kramer, one touches it. Donnarumma. Stonington with a little bit of possession here. That's a foul. Yep. Let's put it down and let's play.
Is he going to try to take quickly?
We're gonna play quickly. John, what do you think about the play before where Stonington played it quickly?
Oh, and then
he
I think Kennedy put his hand down on the ball.
Would you have called the handball?
Yeah,
there, or do you play on and let the ref?
I mean, I understand why the ref let him play on, but that was a tough call would have had to make. I think
watching it,
watching it, I think they're probably.
Yeah,
there probably could have and should have been.
He's got a legit argument there.
Been a whistle, but
yeah, and I get why he let Stonington retake it, but I think
it was definitely
tough call there. But
it's a tough situation to have to make in that moment.
You remember obviously Tim doing all our big games, right?
Yeah.
So he's been around. 1:30 left in the half. 3-1 still Lancers. Sal's been pretty quiet besides the goal. Let's see if they can get him a couple opportunities here.
How far was that free kick goal? Was it like 22-ish yards?
The ball was right outside the third goal.
Yeah.
The ball was literally placed outside the white line.
Probably like a 22 around there.
Yeah, probably right around there.
Second go for a goal kick. Let it go. Let it go.
Nick brings it in the box. See if Stonington can get an opportunity here with a minute to go. Try to get it within one. In talking to Josh before the game, he really made it sound like they had been struggling scoring goals. He's going to be ecstatic at halftime to have 3 goals in the first half with a whole second half to play.
Mhm.
John, we got the backup goalie warming up at halftime. I wonder if we're going to have
Yeah.
a change here.
Yeah, I am. So I remember last Saturday at Old Saybrook, the same thing was happening late in the first half. He was warming up, and he didn't end up going in then. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe this time.
Okay,
See what happens.
I can't put too much blame on your brother. So I'd be interested to see if they do make a goalie change.
Yeah. Yeah.
Waterford just going to hold it here to get to halftime. And there we have it, 3-1 at halftime. Lancers, great half for Waterford. They got to be ecstatic with their performance, giving up a goal and then scoring the next 3.
You guys can say goodbye to each other.
John, thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Much appreciated, and I'm sure we'll talk later.
All right.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
All right, that is one half of play in the books. 3-1 is the score. Stonington is in the hole.
You want more Yankee talk, don't you?
I have it's amazing because we've seen more goals on any SNSN sports broadcast, especially in the first half, really in the entire game. And I have 12 B keys kills. So
All right, you are doing a pretty good job of the bees over there.
that's about all I'm doing a good
They
job
must
at.
really like you. I'm having no issues over here.
All right, that's going to do it for the first half. We'll be back for the second half of action right here on SNSN Sports.
Welcome back to SNSN Sports here, getting ready for the second half of our game here of the Stonington Bears at the Waterford Lancers. My name is Nate Olin. I am here with Paul DeCastro. Paul, it was an interesting first half, and we definitely saw a lot of offense from Waterford. If you're Coach Josh at halftime, what are you telling your squad here for the second half?
Whatever you did in the first half, let's do it again.
That's simple.
He literally told me we're struggling scoring goals. We can't score goals. We can't score goals. And he scored 3 great ones in the first half. So he's got to be ecstatic. And the goal here, the first goal in the second half there's a key. Waterford gets the first goal 4-1, pretty much game over. Stonington gets the goal here, 3-2, and we have a game again. So it'll be interesting to see who can score that first goal.
And Stonington, speaking of them, again, I'll ask you the same question. What do you think Coach Costa was telling his squad there going into the second half?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's probably a little disappointed. I mean, you obviously have to give Waterford some credit. I mean, they weren't cheap goals; they were good goals. But I'm sure he's expecting a little bit more from the boys, and he's going to probably want them to come out here a little more motivated and see if they can get that goal to make it 3-2, and then we have a game again. But yeah, Stonington's definitely probably capable a little bit better, especially coming off a win last time when they played against Waterford. So, but, like I said, Stonington wins the first game. I'm a big believer when you beat someone the first time, it's harder to keep beating them.
Yeah.
And there's some motivation there for Waterford, especially playing at home. So I'm not entirely surprised Waterford has the lead and playing well. I just didn't think they were going to score 3 goals in the first half.
Now, something that I don't know if it's totally unusual, but something I certainly haven't seen a lot in high school level soccer is Stonington making a goalie change at halftime and putting in, it looks like, Matteo Pacerna for the second half there. You've been a coach at the high school level. What typically precipitates a change like that?
Yeah, I mean, to me, you're really trying to fire up the boys. You make a goalie change. Well done by Matteo right there coming off his line. And Nick's a senior captain of the team, really well respected player on the team. So to make that move, you're trying to send a message, I think, to rile up the troops. But Mateo's also a young kid, and you want to get him some experience to get ready for next season as well. So probably a couple things there. Get the kids some experience and maybe try to get the kids to realize, we got to step it up here and protect this kid.
And as you and Mike mentioned, this is the final game for Stonington before tournament play comes up for them. And wondering if that factors in too. I know in other sports, when your postseason starting, you rest or you save your good players to make sure you can do a deep run. Is that the same type of mindset that you have in high school soccer?
I would say yes, not typically the goalie.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, I was usually walking on eggshells with my top players around state tournament time. If we ever had a lead, I would sit them as quickly as I could. We got in a state tournament game. We get a 3-goal lead, player sit. But goalie was the player, the player that I always would probably stay with my best goalkeeper. But I think the Stonington coaches have confidence in Matteo. And I think, again, they want to get him some confidence while hopefully they can fire up the team and the boys see that there's a goalie change. And hopefully we'll see what happens here.
All right. And starting off here on the second half, it's been pretty even. Waterford had their shot over at Stonington, and they just Stonington took their shot on the Waterford side of the field. No one getting any love that way. So we'll see what Waterford comes out with, and if Stonington can answer here and put 2 more on the board to at least walk away with the tie.
I'd like to see the replays again in the first half, but again, I don't think Canella gets a lot of blame, especially the corner goal. The second goal was a flick. I'd like to see the third goal. I think we have a little debate if that was around the wall or through the wall. Nate, what did you see on that?
So I was, at least at the camera side, it looked like that ball never got more than an inch off the turf and went through the wall there. I think the players were looking for a little bit more height there and kind of caught them off guard that it was that little bit of a, I guess you could call it a lawn dart, so to speak.
If it goes through the wall, it's on the wall. It's not the goalkeeper's fault. If it goes around the wall, the goalie, it's got to be his responsibility to save that. So I think I don't think they're pulling him for his play, I hope, and more of just to make a change to get the boys riled up.
Do something different and see what the effect is.
Yep.
Well, Stonington certainly keeping the ball down here on Waterford's sideline here. Number 9, Andy Kramer taking the throw. No, passes that off to 15, Brady O'Neill.
Brady O'Neill. Throw here to Pelletier. Pelletier, nice little flick. Alessio. Sal's been pretty quiet today.
He has, and it seems every time that Stonington tries to get some momentum down, the Waterford defense just shows up and ends up clearing the ball pretty handily, though. That was a nice kick over by number 17, Ethan Cabrera.
Waterford's done a great job having 1-2 bodies around Sal. And obviously Sal can beat the first player, but he's got to be the second player, the third player. And he got through on the first goal. I think there was a mistake there by Waterford in the midfield, and he was able to finish it. But Waterford really hasn't given up any real scoring opportunities to Sal. So if you don't shoot, you can't score.
That's true. You have to take those shots on goal and see what happens. When we were at the Bacon game last time, we got a chance to work together. That was our main refrain too. There, you're not going to score unless you don't take your chances when they come.
We did that last Stonington game, and Bacon dominated the first half, and Stonington took over the second half. Let's see if that happens here today.
It sure would be interesting. It sure would be nice for Stonington and their fans too, I'm sure.
I think we got a motivated Waterford group here, so I don't think it's going to be very easy, but we still have 35 minutes here on the clock.
And this does have seeding implications, too, for the ECC tournament.
Sure.
Right now, with the way that the standings are, Waterford is sitting 4th in D2, where Stonington is 2nd. Should Waterford come out of here with a win, that will actually tie them with Stonington for that 2nd spot in D2 and move them up a couple spots on the seeding. So not sure how that would translate out when they see the other seedings from the other 3 divisions, but you can't tell me that's not on Waterford's mind.
Sure. And another thing, just looking at their records, I think if Waterford wins and Stonington wins, they could host a state tournament game. Usually the top 16 are home, and then if you're 17 or lower, you're on the way. You'd certainly rather play at home than have to travel to, Burlington or, somewhere that's a good hour, hour and 15 minutes.
Because at state tournament time, you go wherever the state tells you to. It could be clear over the side. And I remember, so I never played soccer, but I was baseball, and it took a lot out of you when you had that hour and a half bus ride.
The kids like getting out of school at 10 a.m. But that's the only good thing is you get the early dismissal. But then you're on the bus for 3 hours. You got to deal with the travel, figuring out when you're going to eat, what you're going to eat. So I think there's a bit of advantage of playing home in the state tournament. So I'm not certain that Waterford or Stonington would host, but whoever wins this game certainly helps their cause to have a home game.
Yep, certainly does. Ben Debicki's had a couple great saves already this half. They've been keeping him busy, and he's got a heck of a leg on him.
Yeah, Josh is very confident in his ability. Like I said, he thinks he's one of the best, if not the best goalie in the ECC. And going back to that point about the state tournament, Waterford obviously undefeated at home.
Yeah.
If they win this, I think they're now 5 or 6-0 at home. So they're going to want to get a little bit of home cooking and play as many home games as they can.
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier with Mike, it is hard. There's 5 games when you're playing in the state tournament. To have that first game at home and to walk away with a win just changes the mindset for those last 4 games and gives your team the boost that they need.
Yeah, we always would try to say, let's try to win as many games as we can. Let's play at home. And if someone's going to knock us out, have them make them knock us out on our home field. And sometimes you travel, you play on a terrible grass field.
Yep.
You don't know who the referees are going to be.
There's just a lot of unknowns. A lot of someone else.
A lot of unknowns. Like it's tough. So you're playing at home. It just so many good things about playing at home.
All right, so again, Waterford's defense clearing the ball out from their side of the field. And that's a big kick there. That was number 3, Sean Lord there. Well over. I think that went through
33, that was a Kennedy.
Oh, 33, sorry.
Yeah.
I saw the first 3.
Yeah. Lord's the little guy. Kennedy's the big guy. But you're right.
Yeah,
I know Lord because he's right on the W. He's a little bit shorter than Kennedy. But, I think Waterford right now, they're sitting in a little bit more. They haven't been as aggressive going forward. I think they're okay with Stonington having some possession here. But possession doesn't necessarily mean you have scoring opportunities. So Like I said, Waterford's changed their formation. The first time they played 4-4-2.
Yep.
Waterford's playing a little bit more defensive today as they're playing a 4-2-3-1. So they have 2 holding midfielders today. So clearly that change has made a difference, and it's been a better Waterford team today, clearly in the first half.
And yes, Coach Bissett has to have some confidence here in his defense, because I've noticed too that they are sitting back a little bit this half, and sort of teasing Stonington to try to make a shot and try to make something happen. Yeah. But so far, between some great goalie play and defensive play, the ball's been over there, but nothing's making it to the net.
Waterford will let Stonington have the ball 40, 50 yards out from goal. They're they can't do anything from there, and they're not going to beat Ben from that distance. So Waterford's totally fine with Stonington having possession. Oh, nice break here. Good bounce for Waterford, but nice tackle by Kennedy. See Sal here. 1 against 2. 1 against 4 now. Oh, doesn't connect on the pass.
No. And on that play too, you saw Waterford. Those defenders dropped back in a hurry. It went from a 1 against 2 to 1 against 4 real fast.
Josh commented before the game how they need to stop Sal, and they were going to make every effort to do that. Josh knows Sal's a good player, and that's the guy they have to target and stop him today.
So again, as a coach, sort of talk me through that, because in any sport, especially these days with modern technology, I know folks at home, you probably can't see, but there's cameras set up on the 50-yard line on the far side. Both teams are recording the game. They're going to take this film back, break it down, identify who the top players are, and then develop game plans around them. So as a coach, knowing that your opponent already has an I don't want to say inside info, but knows who your top players are and how they operate. How do you combat that and still have a successful game plan?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Josh and Mario have been coaching now for many years. They obviously know what they're doing. 2 really good programs. They're probably taking the game film from the first game. That's probably the number one thing they're looking at is the last game. They're probably looking at the last game they played. They're looking at tendencies, things they do well. We typically try to target, this is what they do well. This is the player you have to stop. They have a long throw. They're really good on the flanks. So, you target those things, but you also want to let your team believe that they have some flaws. Yeah. And this is a weakness. This is a weakness. This is what we need to attack. So, you want to respect the other team and believe that they can beat you, but you also, want to let your team believe that, they have some weaknesses and there's areas to attack as well. And I'm guessing that's what both coaches do or have done to prepare for this game. But yeah, the first game was 2-0 Stonington. Josh and Mario would probably be the first to say that Waterford outplayed Stonington in the first half. Unfortunately, they didn't score. It was 0-0. Second half comes, Sal scores 2 goals. Stonington takes it to Waterford in the second half, and it finishes 2-0 Stonington. But that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but for Waterford, that was their last game that they played. So they're seeing Stonington twice in a row. So I'm sure practice ever since that October 10th game has all been thinking about this game and what they're going to do different.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain that Josh has told the boys they need to stop Sal. If Sal doesn't score, there's a good chance we win the game. Stonington has some nice players in other spots, but they don't have anybody that's got 22 goals.
And putting a player of that caliber on ice is definitely something that you have to make every effort to do.
I think Waterford's leading score, 6-7 goals.
Yep.
So 7 goals versus 22, that's a big difference. Yep. Where Waterford's probably a little more balanced and Stonington relies on Sal a little bit more.
Yep. So again, on the second half, seeing a lot of ball play on Waterford's half of the field, but not any joy, not even a lot of shots on goal here for Stonington. Yeah. So Waterford's defense really tightening up and happy with this 3-1 lead here as we're just coming up to 27 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Waterford doing a really good job defensively. Like I said, they'll let Stonington have all the possession they want. The question is, can Stonington create any opportunities? Let's say go Wolfrat. No. Again, Waterford player there to stop it.
Yep. Smart move there, just kicking it out of bounds.
Quick throw by Wolfrat. Quick throw, missed kick, Waterford goal kick.
So again, another promising drive down on that side of the field ended quickly, and we'll get another big kick here from DeBecke, I'm sure. Dealing with the sun in his eyes there.
I'll take this weather all day long.
Oh,
well, I'm not going to complain about a little bit of sun today.
Not at all. New England, when you get into October and November, it can either be 30 degrees or 70 degrees. So I'm certainly happy we're on the 70 end of the spectrum today.
Nice little 1-2 there. Unfortunately, Cabrera knocks it over the top. Another Waterford goal kick. And again, every time it goes out of bounds now, we're killing 15, 20 seconds, which is
you can see there's no urgency on Waterford's part on any of this.
No rush. No rush whatsoever.
All right, another kick here coming up.
Really good strike on his goal kicks too. Well over midfield.
Yeah, I don't think he's had one that didn't cross midfield on any of his kicks. Certainly impressed to have that long leg. Waterford here trying to get the ball down, but again, a lot of white jerseys versus the blue ones down there, as most guys are camping back on defense.
Good battle here.
Yeah, that was a heck of a save. They are going to call it out. I thought this is at 13 there. Hayden Amdish-Fish had a good ball, a good kick to keep it in, but apparently it touched the line.
So we got Kramer taking the throw. That's
a little short.
2 Kramers out there, 37 and 9, they're brothers. Sal trying to make himself big here, hold the ball. He's got 4 Waterford players around him.
Trying to get the ball in the middle there to take a shot on goal. Some good footwork on Stonington's part here to keep this alive, but
a little bit of foul. Going in, free kick.
I mean, Sal was going up against 2 defenders there trying to hold his own.
So your son's a big Yankee fan?
Yes. Grant is the definition of a huge Yankees fan. So when he was hearing you guys comment on the game earlier.
So no bedtime last night. He got to stay up and watch the whole game?
I think he did stay up actually for most of the game.
Okay.
He talks big, but he's 12 for the folks at home, so he usually does fall asleep before those things end.
Pretty good game, though.
Yeah, Game 3 and Game 4 of the ALCS have been absolutely amazing to watch, no matter who you're rooting for. That's what sports is all about.
I feel like all the games are like super high scoring. Like typically in baseball, it's more low scoring, and you have pitching duels. Like the Indians have a great bullpen, and they're just getting absolutely destroyed by the Yankee hitters.
They are, and as a matter of fact, the manager in his interviews for the Guardians last night commented on that and the fact that he knows his bullpen's tired because they use them a lot and how it's affected them this series. So, Yankees heading back, I believe, to New York with a 3-1 lead. We'll see what happens there. I mean, doesn't matter what anyone says. It's hard to beat anyone at home, especially when that home is Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think last night when I was watching the game, they were talking about dangerous ball.
That was
very dangerous.
Not sure I agree there with Mateo's decision to come out and challenge on that.
Probably should have stayed there. He's lucky that didn't get flicked in. And Stonington defender, Kramer knocked it out. So we got a Waterford corner here. But I was saying, I think in the game last night, they were talking the Indians closers, Classe, how do you pronounce it? The closer, the big closer they have. They were usually saying that he throws in the hundreds.
Yeah,
and he was throwing like 97, 98, and like
wasn't hitting that.
Usually throw 97, 98. It's still really fast, but he's got 3 or 4 miles an hour off his fastball. Makes a difference. So clearly the bullpen's tired.
Yeah. And just that, that stat alone, you think about what has changed in the MLB over the years. I remember when Mariano Rivera started out in the mid-90s, he would come in the 9th throwing 99, and everyone was amazed that they were seeing that speed. Now you have closers throwing 103, 104.
But that wasn't Mariano's best pitch.
That is true.
So when you're throwing 99 and that's not your best pitch, you know that you're doing all right.
Yeah, you got nothing to worry about.
Mariano was a pretty special talent on the mound.
He certainly was. So a little bit of offense there from Waterford, taking advantage of some situations. Another good
Stonington almost through. Wolfrat almost got through. Really good slide tackle there, getting the ball.
That was number 5, Jonathan Durunda on that. Yeah, you're doing good.
You got 21:30 left. Stonington needs a goal here quickly to turn this into a game.
Oh, smart choice by DeBucky there, letting it go.
And again, he's in no rush.
Nope.
I'm not going to get that ball.
No, well, that's what the ball boys are for.
Yeah. It's funny how you're winning. You're a little slower picking up the ball. It goes between your legs. And
so let me ask you this, though, Paul. Say, you've been playing it for the first 20 minutes a half. Stonington comes on a heater, scores 2 quick goals. Now all of a sudden,
they cleared it out.
So, say Stonington ties this up. Now all of a sudden you're looking at 3-3 with only 4 or 5 minutes left. Do you regret playing slow earlier in the half, or do you just take it as that's life?
Well, you know the saying, the best defense is a good offense.
Yep.
But, I mean, if you're Waterford, you don't want to send too many players forward here. You're happy with a 2-goal lead. So, I mean, if you give up 2 goals here by Waterford, that would be very disappointing. So, they just have to make smart defensive decisions today for the rest of the game, and they should be fine. So, again, I don't think you're going to see Waterford sending players forward, nice, easy, make good decisions in the back, and try to cruise here to a victory. They're totally fine with a 3-1 win.
Another big kick there by Ben DeBicky there. That's just amazing. Waterford.
I've been impressed with Waterford today. They've had numerous players in the back, couple really nice midfielders, and obviously Matt Champagne with I believe 2 goals. I think number 7's got 2 goals, 2 headers.
Yes. Yep.
So he's been pretty involved. And here comes the long throw. I believe this is him. Look at this run and start. It's like 20 yards here.
I know.
Check this throw out. He can wing it pretty well.
Look at that.
It's pretty impressive.
Halfway in. Oh, misses on the connection, though. Oh, that's going to get called. A little bit of, was that number 13 there?
Yeah, Kramer. It was nothing intentional. He just
No.
Kramer wasn't happy, though.
No. Well, those plays sting a little bit more when you're down 3-1.
No doubt about it. It's easier to get up when you're winning.
So Stonington here again, trying to make something happen. They're only dropping back, keeping 2, it looks like, in reserve, and trying to bring everyone else forward. But Waterford again, now it seems like they've a little bit more eager to play on the Stonington half of the field with under 20 minutes left.
Really good point by you. I would agree. It looks like Wolfrat is higher in the attack.
Yep.
Ethan Cabrera is getting higher in the attack here. So, Stonington's going to send players forward. If they give up a 4th goal, so be it. But
they got nothing to lose at this point by bringing people up. All right. And for everyone listening, don't forget Monday night we have another big game coming up with Old Saybrook versus East Lyme on Monday night. Both teams very impressive records there. East Lyme is undefeated, actually, 13 wins and just 2 ties on it. And Old Saybrook, I think, only has a single loss on their record too. So 2 powerhouses, very high in the state rankings, going against some late October soccer. It's going to be a good one, folks.
Pretty sure both coming off state titles, correct?
Yes. Yep.
I've been corrected. I kept saying the Indians. It's the Guardians.
Yeah,
it's always the Cleveland Indians to me, though.
Exactly. All these name changes, I can't keep them straight.
Yeah, the Guardians. I just can't. It's still the Indians to me.
Still, the year they were the Washington football team, that takes the cake as far as
absolutely
marketing misses. Again, Mateo coming far out of the box there to try to get that.
Very aggressive play.
But luckily, the defense is there to help him out there. But
if you're as a goalie, if you go, you got to get it. He's fortunate there again.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
There we go.
Ethan Cabrera.
Let's
see
a
what
nice
he does
break.
Here.
Trying to settle it and take his shot, but that's going to be kicked out there.
Four Waterford defenders quickly recovered.
Yep.
And really nice skill by Ethan, but unfortunately his first touch was outside.
Yep.
So he needed his first touch to be closer to the goal. So he kind of put himself in a tough spot there. But he earned the corner. Stonington again. Now it looks like we have 6 players getting forward. So let's see if we can get one. Looks like Stonington's got some type of set piece here set up. Let's see what they got.
See some confusion there.
Yeah.
Ethan's trying to get the guys aligned there before he goes.
Yeah, player moved a little early. Let's see here. Now we're
All
ready.
right.
Let's see what happens.
Arms dropped and again, looks like some early movement.
Yeah.
Had him reset. We'll try it again.
Little bit of squabbling on the field here between the players.
I think everyone's a little jumpy too. I think Stonington knows this is an opportunity they need to capitalize on.
They have a set piece here. I think they're trying to play the ball hard on the ground to Sal. Look, it's going to come on the ground. Let's see if it happens. Nope.
No. Oh.
Great header by Kennedy. Just missed it. I think the point there is they wanted to drive the ball low on the ground. I think they scored like that on the state tournament last year, but Waterford had an idea it was coming. So they ended up driving it into the box, I think.
And whether or not that was designed or not, that was still a great header there. Just missed just over the top.
Yep, absolutely. Kennedy has been pretty active in today's game. Center back.
And again, with taking Alessio out of it from a playmaking standpoint, Stonington needs those other players to really step up and provide the offense here.
Yeah, I got Alessio with one shot on goal. And,
that's not ideal.
They need to figure out ways to get him getting the ball on goal, and unfortunately it hasn't happened.
No, Waterford definitely had a great defensive plan for this game, and so far just under 15 minutes left. It's been working perfectly for them.
Well, you asked me before about injury, and I do not see Alessio in the game. Oh, no, he is in the game.
Yep.
He's playing as a wide player right now. Okay, he's not playing as a forward. So they changed things up a little bit.
Trying to make something happen.
Looks like they got Wolfrat and Cabrera up top, and they have Alessio out wide on the left.
Yeah, that pass in front of Wolfrat there, he wasn't able to corral it, so it's out of bounds. That will be a goal kick for Waterford here.
So Stonington playing with 3 in the back now, so they've definitely pushed players forward, like we talked about, trying to get that goal. And again, Waterford still playing in their 4-2, 3-1. You can see it. So Waterford's done a great job on their shape defensively today, and I think Josh knew what he was doing. He wanted to really try to frustrate Stonington going forward and not really give Sal any opportunities. And they've done a really good job of that.
Yeah, they've done that in spades too. And it seems that even with the adjustments the Bears are making, Waterford's right there to have an answer for it, which that's just a sign, to your point, Paul, of good coaching.
Yep.
Waterford here with the free kick.
Josh was quick to give Coach Mario credit for some of his substitutions last time they played in the second half. So I think we got to give Josh some credit for making some adjustments from his lineup last time for today. And his Waterford team has been the better team so far today.
100% on that. And speaking of being the better team, that was a smart kick out there by Waterford. It'll be a Bears throw here. And some substitutions now for Waterford, getting some more guys, some playing time here as it's winding down.
Feel like the first half, a lot more action, more opportunities, which is better for us.
Yeah.
Second half has been a little more quiet, but I think that's exactly what Josh wants. He wants a nice, quiet second half, not a lot of fouls, not a lot of opportunities, and basically kill the 40 minutes. And he's only got to worry about another 12 minutes and 30 seconds, and this would be a big win for them.
100%. Yes, you could definitely tell Waterford came out of halftime just content protecting this 3-1 lead, and they've done a great job of it. I will be honest, I'm a little shocked that Stonington hasn't been a little bit more aggressive here, especially with the time winding down. Thoughts on that, Paul?
Yeah.
Again, I realize it's their last game. You're going into tournament play, but
I honestly think they're trying, but I think Waterford
just has the answers.
Yeah, I think you got to give Waterford a lot of credit. It's just one of those things. I think Stonington is trying, but every time I look up, like Waterford's got players around the ball. They're pressuring the ball. So I think if we talk to Josh after the game, he is going to have a smile on his face.
Well, that is number 9, Kramer, trying to get the ball down, pass over number 10. That's Seamus Doyle. trying to set some players up here, make something happen. But Waterford's defense is right there.
Yeah, look at all those players all blue around the ball.
Yep.
Very difficult.
And Stonington still just with 2 hanging out in their own field. At some point, do you pull those 2 guys forward too and just leave the goalie to his own devices?
I mean, if you get the second, well, here we go. Wolfrat.
Great shot, great save though.
Great save by Ben. Good strike by Wolfrat. It's one of those you got to get it on target. Struck it well. He is in no rush getting up, by the way.
I don't think there's an actual injury or anything there. I think that's just let's kill a couple more seconds. And again, another booming kick all the way down.
And you can see there, I think that, that's Matt up there by himself. He literally is up there against 4 Stonington players, and the Waterford midfielders and defenders are just behind the ball, getting their shape ready to defend, which is smart, which is really smart.
Now that is number 7 there. Matthew Champagne trying to take a shot there and maybe get the lead going a little bit more. Reeled in by Matteo, and Stonington again.
Playing out of the back. So sometimes that's the best way to get an opportunity is when Waterford has players forward.
Yes.
You can counter quickly because they have a few players out of position, but great challenge.
Wow. That was
what a challenge.
That was impressive there. That was number 3, Matthew Allen.
Great tackle.
And he's going to try to take a shot. Oh, that was number 24,
There's
Hagen Drake.
There's some physicality there.
Yeah, that was a great play by Drake there to get that ball out of bounds.
Yep, Hagen there saved the day. Could have been 4-1.
Yeah.
Really good run there by the Waterford player, running at the defender, cutting it inside. Obviously, he didn't see Drake, so Drake was able to clear the ball. But Waterford with a corner, which is great here with less than 10 minutes to go.
And that's number
Jonah
8.
Koronek.
Yep. Yeah, good to see him on his feet there.
Yeah, good challenge.
Yeah, that was
nice clean challenge. Both boys went in hard, and good to see him walking off on his own power.
Yep. Yeah, definitely doesn't seem to be any lasting effect there. Brings us down to 9 minutes, 54 left in the game. It should be, correct me if I'm wrong, Paul, but that should be a Waterford corner because number 24 there for Stonington booted it out.
Yeah, ball's on the corner. I think they just kind of little quick mini water break here, which I guess it's warm enough. They're going to let the boys hydrate here a little bit.
Always important to stay hydrated no matter what you're playing.
For October 19th, though, we got to take this weather, right?
Oh, 100%. I know we've mentioned it a couple times, but it feels like winning the lottery today, Paul. Being in the, down in Waterford, mid-60s, bright sun, October 19th. You can't ask for anything better.
I have to be outside again. My daughter has her senior night today at Stonington, so I get to spend.
Congratulations.
Yeah, my number. Oh, great header.
Oh, great save by Matteo on that, too.
Great header. Great athleticism there to push that over the top.
Yeah, start to finish, though. That was a great set, both by Waterford and Stonington. Clearly, 2 very talented teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And these teams won't be in the top 10 for the in Class M. I believe they're both Class M, but
yes.
I probably would not want to play Stonington or Waterford. These guys will definitely be tough outs.
Yeah.
And if they are on the road and you draw Stonington or Waterford, that's not a team I'd want to see.
Yep, you're going to have your hands full. And you mentioned the rankings there. Waterford right now is 11th in Class M rankings, and if they win this game, depending on what other teams do in their end of the season schedules, they have the chance to move up into a top 10 spot.
Yeah, that's great. And again, I'm not sure how many games Waterford has left, but if they could win today and win remaining games, they could maybe get into that 6 to 10 range, which would ensure 1 home game, maybe 2 home games.
Yes.
And if you get lucky with a result, maybe even a third. So, like I said, we talked about it. Play home. You want to be home.
Yes. Yes, it means the world. So Waterford has 1 game left on the 22nd. They're playing Woodstock, who right now is ranked 29 in their class, which is Class L. So that is a winnable game for the Lancers.
So Waterford could finish 9-3-4, which, only 3 losses. Sal over the top. Nope. Ben off his line. Well done. He's had a really good day.
Yeah.
very involved, very aggressive off his line, and obviously his distribution on punts and throws,
Yeah, it's been good.
very good.
Yeah, he definitely has a great IQ for the game. Comes out when it's smart, stays back when it's not. All right. Ball getting ping-ponged around here around midfield. No one's really settled it yet. Stonington trying to get it down, but Waterford, even with playing out that soft offensive scheme, still keeping the ball on Stonington's side of the field a lot here in the past 4 or 5 minutes.
So we're down about 7:30 left. I mean, Stonington's been around the goal. They had the one shot by Wolfrat. They had the one header, but nothing like unbelievable scoring chances. You know, you're going to
certainly, and no disrespect to anyone, but certainly nothing to make anyone question what the outcome here is going to be over the last 7 minutes.
And, you know, Josh obviously has a lot of confidence in his goalie. You know, he knows he can handle a little bit of pressure.
Yep.
So he's going to be ecstatic with the first half. And if this game finishes 3-1, he's going to be happy with the second half.
Yeah, 100%. Another great smart heads-up play by the Waterford defense there to kick that ball out of bounds.
And I think there's something to that when you have a lead, whether it's a 1-0 lead or a 3-1 lead, really good teams just figure out a way you got to win. We're just not going to give up any more goals.
Yep.
Here we go.
Little breakaway. Oh, he does get by number 24, Drake. See if he can turn it into anything. Takes a shot high over the goal there.
Yep.
That will be a goal kick for Mateo.
So I think that's a really good sign of a good team. Like if you can score that goal and you're up 1-0 at halftime, can you go 40 minutes without conceding a goal? Where you know you have a really good goalie, you have some really good leaders in the back, and you really just shut down the other team. And you're almost saying we're not going to score, but we're not going to let you score.
Right.
And there is a skill to that in soccer. You know, you can do that with some teams, I think.
Yep. And especially again as you go into tournament play where you are facing the best of the best. That is a valid game plan. You know, just get that one goal and protect it for the rest of the time that you have.
Well, like I said, from talking to Josh before the game, that's great skill right there.
That is.
From talking to Josh before the game, I think the thing that he'd like to see his team maybe be a little more opportunistic.
Yeah.
So if they can get that goal, he feels really good about his team defensively. So that's something I'm sure they're going to talk about. Let's get that first goal, and if we score that first goal, we don't have to score again. Just not let them score.
Yep. Yeah, just play our defensive game and go. All right, that's a big kick down the side there by Kennedy. Trying to get something going, but again, the Waterford defense quick to turn the ball back the other way up the field. Number 3, Matt Allen.
Great combination
again,
there.
This is the second breakaway he's had. Oh,
well done by Durham.
Yep.
Slowing him down out there. Oh, Ethan, when you stop, they're going to call a foul.
Yeah, don't
just keep playing.
Yeah, don't look guilty.
Yeah. He had a chance if he kept going.
I think, the whistle came late too, which makes me think that if he just kept playing as normal, that probably would have been allowed.
He had a chance. I'm not saying he would have got away with it. Great strike.
Yeah, good strike, good save there by Mateo. So number 0 there, Mateo Pansiera getting some action here in the second half as the goalie's been doing pretty good, even with coming out a little further than probably his coach would like to see him.
I think that's his style. He's aggressive. I'm sure sometimes it works out. I mean, you know, you're going to get burned occasionally, but like I said, I like the goalie who's aggressive coming off his line, and I'm sure, you know, this is why they have him in. They want him to get some game experience and learn.
Yeah, so he will be for all likeliness the starting goal for next year going into his senior year.
Yeah, Mateo's a sophomore, I believe. So he'll be a junior. He'll be a junior next year, and then obviously Nick's going to graduate. So Nick's a big loss for Stonington. You know, he's been a big part of this program for 4 years.
Yeah, I apologize. I forget grade 10 means sophomore.
It's okay. You haven't been a sophomore for 3 years now.
Yeah, it's
been a few years. You're excused.
All right, and that was out on Stonington. So Waterford getting a big throw here. And again, giving Stonington a little bit more than they can handle this late in the game.
We're down to 3:30. Stonington really needs to score here very quickly.
And they have
Oh.
a chance here, but again,
Yeah, he's going to call that.
yeah, there's a little bit too much arm action on that one.
I would have liked to seen Pelletier maybe play Sal a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Alessia was making a nice diagonal run. Probably saw a Waterford player in front of him, so he didn't play it.
Yeah, that was for Waterford. That was 22 Jacob Welch there with a little too much hands for the official. So we'll have a free kick being taken by Pelletier. We'll see what Stonington does. Again, an opportunity that you have to capitalize on if you're the Bears.
Yeah, and there's really good officiating again. It was a foul from behind. Some referees are just going to throw a yellow card right there. Tim pulls the player aside, tries to calm him down, talk to him, doesn't give him the yellow card, and now he knows if he does it again, he's probably going to get booked. Let's hear what Sal does.
Goes over the line, but that is brought in by Ben again. Tavecki's having a great game.
That's a tough spot for Sal. He's probably 30 yards out.
Yep.
He tried. He hit it with more finesse than power. And it's going to be hard to beat Ben from that distance without a little bit more power. That was a pretty easy save for Ben to make.
Yeah, and from my aspect, I think he did the best he could. He just got it over the line's head to try to give him the best shot with Ben back there as the goalie.
He wants to get it on target. And,
right.
You hit it too hard and you put it over the top. You don't hit it hard enough, it's an easy save for the goalie. So it's a tough spot to score from.
2:30 left here in the game.
Gonna call that.
Yeah.
Late in the game, you don't want to get chippy.
No, but definitely probably some frustrations coming out.
Again, no malice there, just a foul.
Yep.
Both boys went for the ball hard. He's gonna back it up.
Yeah.
Make him back it up.
I think that's number 4. It looks like Ian Rush. I think he was a little too optimistic with where he spotted the ball there versus where the foul occurred.
So what do we have today? We have Rush with 2 goals and Matt Champagne with 2. Rush with 1, Champagne with 2.
And Champagne with 2. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, we got to come up with our player of the game here. It's probably got to be a Waterford player, don't you think?
Yeah, I would have to agree with you there on that, Paul. It certainly has been all Waterford for the most part, except for that first goal by Stonington early in the game. But as great as the offense has been, I got to call out Ben Drebecki again. He has been great in goal this whole game.
Yeah.
He's definitely seen his fair share of shots being taken on him. Stonington has had a couple free kicks, couple corners, and they've been able, again, since that first shot, nothing's gotten by them.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, we talked to Josh before the game, and he talked a lot about Ben, so it's not surprising that that he's had a good day. And there we go, Waterford kicking it in the stands. We're in no rush.
Yeah, burning more seconds off the clock here.
Yeah, I believe that Ben is a senior, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so,
Oh, no, sorry, Ben's a junior.
Ben's played a junior. Okay,
yeah,
so
he's got one more year. Yeah,
he looks like a senior.
And the way and the level of his play is that of a senior too.
He's got a lot of confidence. He looks good. He looks good out there.
Yeah.
So that's great news for Waterford. He's coming back for another year.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be good for them. Not only for this year in tournament play, but definitely for next year as well. Now, Waterford does have a fair number of seniors just going through their roster. So they have about almost 2 handfuls, about 10 that would be graduating out. So they're going to be looking for their younger players here to step it up for next year and keep this program on the right track. But how important is it, though, having a goalie that you can already rely on?
There's games where maybe you're not the best team, but the goalie makes some big plays and you escape, and maybe you win a couple games you're not supposed to win with your goalie.
Yeah, exactly.
Before we go off the air here, I got to ask you a question. You're a football fan, right?
Oh, yes.
49ers or Chiefs tomorrow? I need a pick.
I am going to go Chiefs. And the reason that I'm going with the Chiefs is a couple things. Momentum, just the level of play, and it just seems that Mahomes will always find a way to win. Nothing against Brock Purdy and the 49ers, but I think Pat is walking away with that victory.
And coming off a bye week.
Yeah, they're ready. They're rested.
There'll be a couple trick plays, some fancy things.
Some intended, some not, as we saw with Kelsey 2 weeks ago.
I just, obviously, as a Patriots fan and a Brady fan, I try to root against the Chiefs, and I figure out that it just never works.
Well, that will do it here from Waterford for this game anyway. It's final score, times out. It is 3 for Waterford, 1 for Stonington here. We'll be back shortly with post-game comments and our wrap-up. Thanks again for watching on SNSN Sports.
Game of the Week, Player of the Game. The Player of the Game will be announced during the post-game show on all SNSN sports broadcasts. The ECC Player of the Game is brought to you by Capital Property Group in Jewett City, offering property management, rental management, as well as condo association management and maintenance. Contact them on their website, mycapitalteam.com. Will you be the next player of the game?
And we are back here at Waterford High School. Final score 3-1, and the Lancers remain undefeated at home.
Yeah, Lancers had a great day. I mean, they lost at Stonington 2-0. They're coming home for their second to last game of the season as they get ready for tournament play. And besides giving up that goal early, they really had a great day. I don't think there's much Coach Josh isn't going to be happy about.
No, and our player of the game is Matthew Champagne, and he is on his way up with Nate Olin. And we're going to have Paul, you talk to him in a minute. I'll just bequeath my headset over to Matthew. We don't know if we're going to be able to get Coach up here. He's, of course, speaking to his
I think
team.
he's coming across right now. There he comes.
Okay.
With like 5 bags.
He looks different than the interview I did with him.
He's a lot younger than us.
So don't forget, Monday night we have a big soccer matchup coming your way on SNSN Sports. It's going to be Old Saybrook and East Lyme, a couple of state-ranked teams. That's going to be a doozy. That's going to be a big one, especially with Old Saybrook with only 2 losses, and East Lyme, they haven't lost yet.
East Lyme champion last year, trying to go back-to-back. And Old Saybrook, 4 or 5 titles in a row.
Yeah.
A lot of state titles there. So that'll be a good showdown. I'm sure it'll be a good crowd, and they'll be battling for bragging rights over there.
Yeah, it'll be a lot on the line. And that's why I like doing these games that actually have something on the line for it. Boy, did the crowd thin out quick.
Yep. There was a good crowd
My
here today.
goodness. So, Mario?
Nope.
No. Okay. Just some random guy outside the booth.
So here comes Matt and Nate, and I think Josh is making his way up here too. Here he comes. He's all black. In all black.
So our player of the game is Matthew Champagne. And we're going to talk to Coach as well.
Okay.
And I'm going to give the headset over to Matthew. You might want to go ahead and flip the camera around.
Right here?
Yeah, right over here.
This guy's getting the microphone.
Nice to meet you. You want to help him out a little bit? Because
you want to get the...
Yeah. So let's see. I'm going to give this to you.
Thank you. Here you go. Hold on a second. Wait till the young man has the... He did a good job.
Thank you.
Well, I was talking about the cameraman.
Oh, yeah. He did a great job, too.
You did, too.
Yeah.
So, Matt, great win today. Last time you played Stonington, you guys had lost 2-0. Played a great first half, but no goals.
Yeah.
Today, you play a good first half, and you have 3 goals. Tell us a little bit about the first game, and then you transition to a home game today. Tell us a little bit about how that went.
Yeah, so on the board, right in the locker room, we wrote get out early. I mean, that was our whole goal, score in the first 10 minutes. I mean, great pass by Ian from the corner. Can't score a goal by myself. Always from a teammate. I mean, we always just try and get out in front early, and we've done that. We've been successful in that throughout our year.
So obviously you fall down 1-0.
Yep.
That's not the start you want. I think you show some resiliency as a team. You could have put your head down. You're down 1-0. Instead, you come out and score the next 3 goals to end the half 3-1. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened after the first Stonington goal?
Yeah, I mean, our coach Lou, one of his famous sayings is next ball. You always gotta get the next one. I mean, first goal went for them, but it obviously did not tell the tale of the game.
You guys played really well today. Can you tell us a little bit about the second and third goal and what you saw in the second and third goal today for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I always look for opportunities whenever I have a throw within the 30 or 40. And, I saw my other Matthew, my Matthew companion open, and, I just launch it. That's what happens. And then the free kick, just got to look at the wall, try and skirt around. That's all I did.
Did that go through the wall or around it?
Went right to the right. The wall was set up about the middle of the goal, but saw some space on the right there. Tried to curl it around. Got it done, luckily.
If you guys, with the next game, you could be hosting some state tournament games.
Yep.
Have you guys talked about that a little bit, and have you guys set goals for the rest of the season?
Yeah, we set goals right before the season. make the ECCs, win the ECCs, make states, get home games in states, and obviously win states is the big goal. But we're always looking to be in those top 8 seeds. Those top 8 seeds, they get 2 home games guaranteed if they keep winning. I mean, that would be awesome. I mean, as a senior, I love to play here. We haven't lost here all year, and we'd love to keep that trend going.
Great job today.
Thank you very much.
Great game, buddy.
Thank you.
All right.
That was well done. Thank you.
Very nice. Again, good game again,
Say
buddy.
you never talk so much.
So I'm here with my buddy, Coach Josh.
What's up, Paul?
It's good talking to you before the game. We did talk about the first game at Stonington and how you played well in the first half, but you couldn't finish. And you talked a little bit about how scoring was sort of a concern. That wasn't a concern in the first half today. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
No. Well, I mean, giving up the first goal is never fun, especially against this Stonington side. It was strong year in, year out. But the boys fight. They believe. We got a goal, I think, within the next minute. And like Champagne just said, next one. We got the next one. And we were able to sit back a little bit in the second half and weather the attack from Stonington. The boys did a good job today.
We talked about how you were going to be ecstatic with the first half with a 3-1 result. And then we talked about in the second half, there really wasn't a lot of action going on. And you did a really good job in kind of killing the game. And Stonington didn't have a lot of opportunity. I said, I think he's going to be pretty happy with the second half as well. Were you just as happy with the second half as the first half?
I mean, at halftime, we talked about, we had the last 3 goals, and we needed to take the momentum into the second half. I thought Stonington came out strong. They kind of took that momentum in the first 10, 15 minutes. But like I said, the boys were very organized. Ben was phenomenal in goal. We were able to possess a little bit, but not really getting too much going forward in the last 15 minutes. We just kind of sat on it.
You may not have created a lot, but Stonington didn't have a lot of great opportunities. I didn't think watching the game, I felt like anytime Sal had the ball, you had 2, 3, 4 players around him. Was that something that you guys talked about and wanted to really focus on? And, he really had 1 shot on goal and he scored. Besides that, he was sort of a non-factor. Is that something you guys really focused on?
I mean, anytime we play Stonington, even when you were the coach, but now Sal is a player for them, and he's been since he's been in high school, especially the last couple of years. So the message last week was, can we stop Sal? Unfortunately, we couldn't. Today, he gets the first one early. It's not looking very good. But the boys, we've been training, we've been talking, we got to stop Sal. We double him. I thought the boys did a great job, especially seeing him track back and receive the ball at midfield. That's what I love to see in the last 10 minutes.
And last question, I think, as you get ready for the tournament, you really want to have a resilient team. Falling behind 1-0, the boys could have put their head down and called it a day. Instead, they do the exact opposite, and they fight to get the next 3 goals. Is that something that you can really build on to get ready for postseason play?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is a very resilient group. We've had these positive messages all year, especially earlier in the year when we were struggling to score. We need to focus on the next goal. But these boys are believing right now. We're having some fun. I'm sure there's going to be a party in the locker room after we get done with this interview. But, yeah, a very resilient group. Proud of them.
Congrats, Coach. Good luck in the state tournament.
Thank you, Paul. Appreciate it, buddy.
Thanks.
Thanks, Coach.
Very happy. Very happy.
Great first half. Seriously.
Where you going with the camera? Where you
Thank you
going?
very much, Paul.
You were saying that you guys
All
were
right.
having trouble scoring. It didn't look like you had trouble scoring on the first
We're still
half.
on,
Okay.
Sorry.
No. You can stay. You don't have to leave. This is like your booth, man. It's not mine. All right. That's going to wrap things up for us here. Don't forget, Monday night, we have a big game coming on live here on SNSN Sports. It will be East Lyme against Old Saybrook. Can you give us a synopsis? You know everything. I don't. So
I'm going to say advantage East Lyme, bigger school, but Old Saybrook will give them a valiant effort in that game, and they'll battle. But East Lyme has just got some players and some talent. So I think I'm going to go advantage East Lyme. Close game, but I'm going to say 2-0 East Lyme. How's that?
all right, very good. As you can see on the screen right now, SNSN Sports celebrating 10 years of streaming sports more than anybody. We stream more sports than any other. That's right. Check it out, folks. Look it up. We have streamed and will stream more sports in Eastern Connecticut than anybody else. That's going to wrap it up for Paul DeCastro, Nate Olin. I'm Mike Minarski. I'll see you once again. Well, tomorrow we will be at Griswold High School for youth football. We're even going to stream the Pee-wees. We got to get those kids on there. Pee-wees, micros, juniors, seniors, full day of youth football. And if you've never watched youth football, it's a blast.
I've seen it.
It really is. It's a lot of fun. So hopefully we'll check you out tomorrow as well as Monday night. So for all of us here at SNSN Sports, have yourself a great night, everyone.